if you are moving to the state of Georgia and you're curious about what are the hottest markets in Georgia for 2024, then you've come to the right place. That's what this video is about. Today I'm showcasing my top 5 markets to watch in 2024. You're definitely going to want to stay until the very end because I know that number 5 is what no one is expecting me to say. So, who are we? We're here to make sure that you make a smart decision when you move to Georgia. And we do that by sharing with you all the pros and cons about all the different areas that you can live around Atlanta and Metro Atlanta. You can expect to hear from me, good, the bad, the things that you expect to hear, the things that you never expect to hear. That's what you're going to get from this channel. So please hit subscribe and then reach out to me if you want to set up a meeting. So let's get started with my number 1. My number 1 area to watch in 2024 is going to be any real estate that is on the Beltline. Okay, so first of all, if you're not from Atlanta, you don't even know what the Beltline is. So let me explain what that is first. It's a 22-mile loop around the city of Atlanta, and in the last 12 to 15 years, it has completely transformed parts of Atlanta. It's one of the most successful redevelopment programs that has ever happened, not only in the state, but in the country. So within that 22-mile loop, you've got paved trails, you've got transit, you've got green space, you've got historic areas dating back to pre-Civil War that now you can bike and walk and run and rollerblade. There are 5 areas left to be finished on the Beltline so that everything is connected. And those areas are on the west side and the northwest side. The changes that we have seen over the last 5 to 7 years on the finished parts of the loop have been transformative. In the last 10 years alone, the communities that are on the finished parts of the Beltline have gone up 118% in value. And so that's why this is making my list, because you only have a few areas left to be finished. Those are going to be on the west side and the northwest side. So if you're thinking about buying on the Beltline right now and you wanted to be within walking distance of the Beltline entrance, then you can actually purchase for as little as $250,000. And of course, prices go up to over $1.5 million. Condos on the Beltline start at $299,000. So pretty much within anyone's budget, you can buy either a condo, a fixer-upper, or a beautifully renovated home right on the Beltline where you can walk out your door, walk to the path, and basically begin a 22-mile loop around the city. All right, so my second area to watch in 2024 is the city of Cumming. Cumming is located about 45 minutes northeast of Georgia, right up 400. And Cumming is the place that people have been going for years that have been priced out of Alpharetta, Milton, and other areas of that kind of North Metro Atlanta. But what's great about Cumming is that the city center has finally finished. And so before, it didn't really have a kind of a boutique-y, locally owned restaurant, shopping, and eating district, but now it does. And people are loving it. Cumming is becoming a destination for people who are skipping right past it, and they want to be in low taxes, which is in Forsyth County, so you got lower taxes, and they want to be close to the lake, so it's right there at Lake Lanier. They want to be close to interstates, and they don't want to give up that locally owned community atmosphere, and that's exactly what they get with the Cumming City Center. There's an amphitheater over there where they have concerts, they have farmers markets, they have some really cute boutique shops and locally owned businesses, and some really delicious restaurants and bars. Plus, something really cool might be coming to Cumming. Yeah, see what I did there? So it's called The Gathering, and this is a massive multi-billion-dollar project that is only in the planning phase now. It has not been fully approved, but if it were to be approved and if it were to be built on that kind of south side of Cumming, you would have something equivalent to what Smyrna in Cobb County has with the Battery, which is where the Atlanta Braves play. So what the project calls for is an 18,000-seat arena surrounded by restaurants, shops, hotels, apartments, offices, and parks. It's going to bring a lot of jobs to the area, and it might even bring an NHL team back to Atlanta. We have not had one in many years, but they are certainly courting the NHL to open it up and to bring a team back to Atlanta. And my prediction is if we get that approval from the NHL, you will be seeing the Gathering being built, and it is going to cause values in that area to skyrocket. So that's why I'm saying it's making my list for 2024, because if it were me, I would be considering that area, knowing that if that comes, my values are going to shoot up. So what about real estate incoming? What can you expect? So new construction starts in the 550s and goes up to over 2.4 million as of this recording. The average price of a new construction home right now incoming is $879,000, which is $1.2 million less than neighboring Alpharetta and Milton new construction pricing. I mean, that is incredible. The average sales price incoming as of this recording, which is spring of 2024, is $646,000, which is up 6.8% year over year. So you can really get new construction at one of the most affordable prices anywhere in Metro Atlanta. So that is why coming makes my number 2 for the top areas to watch in 2024. Number 3 on my list is Milton, Georgia. Named the safest town in Georgia. I love Milton, and everyone else does too, but you just have to have a lot of money to live in Milton. So where is it, first of all? It's 35 minutes directly north of Atlanta off Georgia 400. It's east of Woodstock, it's west of Alpharetta, and north of Roswell. It's in a great location. You can be with 15 minutes from multiple city centers. So you can be 15 minutes from downtown Woodstock, 15 minutes from downtown Alpharetta, downtown Roswell, and you can be about 20 minutes from the Cumming City Center. So Milton is a very central place to live. Why do people love it? Well, they love it, number 1, because of the schools. The schools are amazing. You've got a couple of high schools that rank 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 on greatschools.org, and all the elementary and middle schools that feed into them are excellent as well. So great schools, number 1. Number 2, you have land. So the city of Milton, which is a fairly new city, has really been protective of the permits that they give out to builders and developers. In the city of Milton, it is very common to have the average lot size to be anywhere from 1 to 3 acres. So if you want to spread out, then this is the area that you want to be in. What's funny about Milton is that it actually earned, everything I'm saying, it actually earned the title of one of the top 20 areas to live in the country for people who are tired of city living. And boy, you cannot define it any better. That is who moves to Milton. People that are living in the city that want more space, or people who are currently living in, let's say, East Cobb, Marietta, or even Alpharetta, that again, want more space and want to upgrade their lifestyle. So let's talk real estate. For the average sales price as of this recording in Milton is $1.4 million, which is up 4% year over year. So Milton, from a cost of living perspective, is very expensive to get into. But again, most of the people moving into Milton are those move-up buyers who are selling the homes that they've been raising their families in, and they want to get into even bigger square footage and on more land, so they can do that. They're probably making a lot of money on the home that they're selling, which is helping as they move into this next phase of their life. My 4th market to watch in Georgia is Smyrna, Georgia. Smyrna, Georgia is 20 minutes northwest of the city of Atlanta. It's in Cobb County, so you're going to have lower taxes. This is the place that people who are tired of city living, but they want to still feel like they live in the city, this is where they go, to Smyrna, Georgia. I polled a local group of agents about areas they felt should make my list, and every single one of them listed Smyrna. It's close to Atlanta. Homes are affordable. There's plenty to do for young families, or if you're singles or empty nesters. You've got the Battery there where the Atlanta Braves play. You've got Smyrna Market Village, which was one of the oldest but newest developed areas and kind of created this downtown area in Smyrna, and it's been very successful. You also have access to a lot of recreation. You've got access to the Silver Comet Trail in Smyrna that it basically is a biking, walking trail that goes straight to Alabama, and you've got multiple access points to the Chattahoochee. So what's coming up? Nothing I'm very excited about, to be honest with you. Smyrna's pretty built out. There's not a lot you can do without tearing something down in Smyrna, but there is something coming. Windy Hill Road is going to eventually be reimagined. I don't know when that's going to happen, but it eventually will be reimagined. It's not the prettiest road in the world, but it's a major artery that goes through the city of Smyrna. So things are coming for that, and that's a good thing. Let's talk real estate in Smyrna. So as of this recording, the average sales price in Smyrna is $559,000, which is up 4.8% year over year. Now, my favorite neighborhood in Smyrna is and has always been Forest Hills. I absolutely love it. It's got a rolling topography. You've got some beautiful mid-century modern homes that have just been perfectly maintained. You've got some new construction there that still blends in beautifully with the older homes in the area. You've got tons of trees, big wide streets. Forest Hills is an idyllic neighborhood that if you're thinking of Smyrna, you've got to check it out. Okay, so as promised in the beginning of the video, I'm going to share with you a surprise area that made my list, and I think it actually should be on a lot of people's list, and that is the Doraville Chamblee area. Okay, so where is Doraville/Chamblee? Okay, we're just going to call it Doraville for right now. It's about 20 minutes to Buckhead in Midtown, and Doraville is actually home to the Southeast's most prosperous immigrant-owned small business community and the former GM assembly plant, which is actually being turned into a 165-acre development called Assembly. We're going to talk about that in just a second. But first, what's already in Doraville? Why do people love it so much? You cannot come to Doraville or live in Doraville and not explore the amazing restaurants. You have the city's best international cuisine up and down Buford Highway, which has been a mecca for food lovers for years and years. Also, the Silverbacks Park. So if you play soccer and you live anywhere in Metro Atlanta, you've played at Silverbacks Park. Silverbacks Park was our Major League Soccer team. Sadly, we don't have it anymore, which is surprising because Atlanta is such a soccer-loving or football-loving city, but the Silverbacks Park is still there. And so a lot of lacrosse and soccer gets played there, which is right off of 285 in Spaghetti Junction. So it's really convenient, and it continues to draw people there for all of the fields that you have to play on. Also, for the foodie lovers, you cannot come to Doraville and not hit the Buford Highway's Farmers Market. It is insane. You will see things there that you've never seen in your life, and it is just a fun way to spend an hour or two in the city. So what's coming to Doraville, and why did it make my top 5 list? Well, the thing I'm most excited about is Assembly. So Assembly is a new movie studio that's going to be built, or it's in the process of being built, at the old GM plant that's been there since the 40s. So really that GM plant put Doraville on the map way back then. But if you know anything about Atlanta and Georgia, you know that we have a booming production industry. We shoot commercials, TV shows, and movies here all the time. It would make sense that a huge movie studio would be built somewhere near the city, and that's exactly what this is going to be. But it's not just going to be for people in the movies. It's actually going to be for the public as well, which is really exciting because it's going to include hotels, residential, retail, and office space, and park space as well. So isn't that cool to think about? You can actually go hang out on a Friday night or a Saturday afternoon at a working movie studio. I just think that's so cool. And I think that people, especially as we go back to the office, I think more people are going to consider in-town options than they have considered before. And I think Doraville and Chamblee are great options. So let's talk real estate in Doraville. So the average price for a single family home is going to run you $462,000. That's up 12% year over year, which again is another reason why I think my hunch is right. People are moving there and it's driving prices up. If you wanted a condo or townhome, the average price for an attached home is $332,000. You have lots of options for both of those. New construction starts in the mid-700s, and you can get a renovated 2-bedroom, 1-bath bungalow for as little as $300,000. Okay, so what do you guys think about this list of top 5? I hope that you found it helpful. If you have an area, if you know of an area that you feel like should have made the top 5, put a comment below and tell me what area it is and tell me why. Please don't forget to hit subscribe if you want to make sure that you don't miss any of the videos that come out each week. And again, if you're moving here in 3 months or 3 years, or just want to learn a little bit more about specific areas of Metro Atlanta, please reach out to me in any of the formats you can below. I'm here to help give you clarity to a big decision when moving to Georgia, and to also tell you what you want to know and things you didn't even want to know about moving to Georgia. See you next time.